Hello Showiteers, this is Corey from Fuel Your Photos, and today I want to show you how to fix the problem where your blog titles have no space and have potentially repetitive sections repeating like what you see right here. So Kevin and Anna have let me use their site as an example, and I'm going to fix the issue here. And it's a little bit harder to tell on this one because they are using a full sentence with a period, but oftentimes it's just two words completely run together. But you can see here how there's no space, and this is repeated. And so what's happening is it's taking the site title and it's adding it on to the beginning, and then using the site title again and the page title as kind of a formula that's set up in Yoast. Well, what you have to do in Showit5 is to, well, not in Showit5, but in the Showit5 blog, you need to use the Yoast force rewrites option. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now, and we're going to actually, I'm also going to show you how to update your title and meta description for your blog, for the home page of your blog, because this does not get handled inside of the Showit5 app like the other pages do. Even if you set it inside of Showit5 app, it will not override the WordPress settings. So we're going to go ahead and go into the WordPress dashboard here, and there's a couple of things we're going to do right away. So first of all, we're going to update Yoast. I'm just going to do that really quick. Now this one wasn't extremely out of date, but we're just going to always start with a fresh update of Yoast. And that should just take a second. Okay, now that's updated. We are going to go ahead and go over to the Yoast. We can hover here and then go to titles and metas. I'm not going to go into all of the Yoast settings today. I have another video on that on my YouTube channel if you'd like to check it out. But for right now, all we're looking for is this force rewrite titles, and we're going to click enabled and then save changes. Now what that's going to do is it's going to force WordPress to use the titles that you have set inside of Yoast. Now right now what's happening, you can see right now I'm on the, actually let's go back to pages so I can show you exactly where I am. I'm on the blog page. We're going to click edit. And right now in Yoast it is using a kind of default formula, which if we click here on edit snippet, we can see that there is a title, page, separator, site name. And if we go back now, let's actually refresh this, and you'll see this is going to change just by turning on force rewrite titles. So right now it took away that first one that was kind of jammed together without the space. So that by itself will fix that issue. But now we also want to update title and meta description with Yoast. So instead of using that formula, we want to specify what this is going to be. Now, I like this little handy tool right here. It's a Google search preview tool, and this one is at websiteadvantage.com.au/Google-SERP-emulator. It's one of my favorites because it counts pixel width instead of characters, and that is how Google is cutting off titles. And I found that with this tool, you have up to about 570, not the actual full 600 pixels. So we were in that limit right here. I went ahead and rewrote this for Kevin and Anna. We're going to use that keyword here at the beginning and then their brand. Now on your home page, usually I recommend putting your brand first and then a keyword, but it's a little bit different in this situation. It's a blog page, and this blog's on a separate domain, so we're not going to go into exactly how you would write titles for every page of your site, but this is pretty good for a title. And then a page meta description, we have up to 156 characters, and we've used that here. Now you can notice here I actually intentionally truncated this to build curiosity, because somebody's going to read this and it's going to open a loop in their mind. And they say, what do they want to do? And it encourages the click. So we just kind of introduced their husband and wife team, because some people are looking for husband and wife teams. We're kind of using that Lexington KY keyword again, and just kind of letting them know that we value wedding photography and that it's so important, it only happens once. Trying to kind of make that connection with them that this is an important thing and we believe it's important too. Okay, so anyway, this is the title and meta description we're going to use. I'm just going to copy this. We're going to go back over here, and now we're in this snippet editor. Remember I clicked edit snippet, And for the title, we're just going to paste that title in. For the meta description, we're going to do the same thing. Do not change the slug. That can really mess things up, especially on Showit and the way that things are set up. Just leave that exactly like it is and edit this title and meta description, and you can close that snippet editor. And whenever we save this, now by the way, anything that's up here, it looks like they switched from a Divi before. Anything that's in here is just going to be overridden by the Showit design. All we're doing is editing this title and meta description inside of Yoast on this page. So we're going to click Update. And when we head back over here, let me let that finish loading. All right, we're going to refresh one more time. I'm using the Moz bar, by the way, to look at this information just so it's easy for you to read on the screen. Don't necessarily have to use the Moz bar. You can look up here in the title bar, and let's see if this worked. Okay, hang on. Okay, so it looks like this is not working. Let me pause this and figure out what's going on really quick. Okay, so I figured out what's going on, and I was able to get it fixed. So what we have now, you can see here the page title, the one we have written, and the meta description, just like we wrote. And those are perfect in length and exactly what we want to be showing. You can see that it's showing up here in the title bar as well. So what was going on here, just for other people who might have the same issue, if you're trying to change it and that doesn't work, is that if you look here in the reading settings, the front page is set to your latest posts. Now, what's different about this site is that Kevin and Anna blog is on a separate domain than their regular photography site. So if we go back to their other site with the main pages, then it is kevinandannawedings.com. And so this is kevinandannablog.com. Now that is not the ideal setup for SEO. Just in case you're wondering, you want to have everything on one domain, and so it would need to be kevinandannawedings.com/blog. That would be the ideal setup here. But we're not going to get into that because that's not the point of this video. Anyway, if you have a separate domain like this, whenever you have this set like this, the home page is not actually attributed to a page. This is a WordPress generated page. And so what you would have to do is set this to a static page and set this to blog. But the problem when you do that is because of the way that Kevin and Anna have their template right now, it's pulling the content from the page blog instead of pulling the posts that need to be displayed there. So this is getting really complicated in how Showit is pulling from WordPress. Know that if you are doing this on a sub domain, it's probably already set up right and you won't have to worry about this. If you're not, then I'm just going to show you this hack to get around it so that you don't have to go changing the template and where it pulls content and all that kind of thing. You can actually go here into Yoast, again in the titles and metas, and then homepage. And then you can set the title and meta description here in this box. Now it says template, but you don't have to use a template because this is only going to be set for the home page. And you can just set it directly like this, save those changes, and it will work on this page even though the content is being generated by WordPress by pulling the most recent post. Now it's still pulling the template from the Showit app. And now we have the posts and we have page title and meta description just like we want. So that's hopefully helpful for a couple of different scenarios. If you just follow the first part of this video, in most cases it should work. If it doesn't work, then you can try this hack by going into homepage and entering your title and meta description here instead of entering it on the page itself. It's just going to depend on how you have your domain set up. Hopefully that helps, and if you have any questions, of course, feel free to leave me a comment. I'd love for you to follow the Fuel Your Photos YouTube channel and come over to the Fuel Your Photos Facebook group where you can always ask any search engine optimization or general website questions, and I'll be happy to answer. All right, see you again later.